going to do our reading mini lesson today. This week we're focusing on types of fiction and we're focusing on fables this week. Do you remember what a fable is? Can you tell someone that's there? A fable is a collection of short imaginary stories where it's teaching you a lesson, a moral, or a message. So, what did you guys do yesterday with the Lion and the Mouse? Did you do your writing for yesterday? Okay. So, what was the message that you learned from the story, The Lion and the Mouse? You should have written something like, even the strongest can sometimes use the help of the smallest. Okay, little people are helpful too. So hopefully, you wrote a story about when you were helpful to someone. Okay, so I have another fable today from my Aesop's Book of Fables. And the one I chose today is one that you might be familiar with. It's called The Boy Who Cried Wolf. See the wolf right there? And there he is. Okay. Actually, the title's a little different. It's called The Shepherd Boy and the Wolf. Okay, so I'm going to read that to you. And when we're done, you're going to write about a situation where it would be terrible to cry wolf. Okay, here we go. Every day, a poor shepherd sent his son to take their few sheep out to the pasture. We can't afford to lose even one, he would tell the boy, so keep a close eye on them. And if you see a wolf, shout as loudly as you can, and the whole village will come to drive that wolf away. Day after day, the shepherd's boy sat alone in the meadow. I wish a wolf would come, he said to himself one day. At least then something would happen. Then the boy had an idea. Jumping to his feet, he cried, Wolf, wolf, as loudly as he could. Sure enough, the shepherd and the farmer, the milkmaid and the baker all came running. But when they reached the meadow, all they found was the shepherd's boy laughing at their trouble. There's no wolf here, he shouted. We've better things to do than to run all this way for nothing, muttered the angry townfolk to one another. That night, the shepherd's boy promised his father he would never play such a trick again. But a few days later, he was watching the sheep. The boy became restless again. Thinking of how amusing his last trick had been, he drew in his breath and shouted, Wolf! Wolf! Again, all the villagers came running. But when they saw no wolf, they again grew very angry. There was a wolf, I swear, the shepherd's boy insisted. He ran away when he heard you coming. But no one believed him, and they went home grumbling. The very next day, the shepherd's boy took the sheep to the meadow again. But just as the sheep started to graze, he saw a dark shape with glowing eyes lurking in the shadow of the trees. Wolf! He shouted as loudly as he could. The animal growled and crept closer. Wolf! Wolf! Cried the frightened boy. But no one came, and the wolf leapt on one of the sheep, dragging it away into the forest. What moral have you learned from this fable? Go ahead and date in your composition book, your reading composition book, on the next page. Foundations 2. You could do like respond to reading. So here's your writing response, okay? Write about a situation where it would be terrible if you cried wolf. Okay, so you make it up. Okay, so you're making up a situation that could be very dangerous if you were crying wolf. And what does crying wolf mean? Write that down too. Okay, until next time.